Hello, everyone. I am the Shapeshifter. Now, you might know me from my Instagram page. Maybe not. Maybe you just stumbled on this YouTube video. But either way, I'm going to teach you how to make some glitch art. And I'm going to start doing that in Photoshop. And the reason why I'm going to start with Photoshop is just because, Photoshop is a pretty popular application. A lot of people have it, a lot of designers have it. So I figured that with Photoshop, I can start off with, helping the most people out. So now, a little bit about me. I am the Shapeshifter. You can find me on Instagram at the Shapeshifter Official. Please follow, and comment, and like, or whatever. And I'm starting a YouTube channel, seeing how it goes. And my first few videos are going to be, showing people how to make glitch art. I get, people all the time on my page asking me if I could make like an instructional video. I get DMs about that. I think it would be a really cool thing to do. I use a lot of different applications, so I'm going to have to make multiple videos and show people how I do it on Photoshop, how I do it on different apps on my iPhone. I'm going to show people different applications that you can find just on web pages for free on Google. Also, I'm going to eventually show people how to glitch out videos and how to do data bending and data moshing with text editor. That's kind of like the old school glitch. That if you know that, you'll have some credibility. I'm not going to have too long of a preamble like every other YouTuber does. Just having like this ridiculously long setup before you actually get into the meat of the content. I hate that, so I'm going to try not to do that. So without further ado, let's begin. As you see, I have Photoshop open right now. I'm going to drag my photo in to Photoshop. There you go. Now you can use any kind of photo. I chose a photo of myself. I took this with a DSLR. This was for school, actually, that I did this. Um, but I mean, you can use anything. You don't have to take your own photo. You can find something online. It can be something that you drew. You can glitch out anything. I like doing a lot of architecture. Anyone who follows my page knows that food, people, pets, random shit. It doesn't matter. You can glitch anything. So now the first thing that you're gonna do, you're gonna unlock this. If you keep it locked, it'll mess up certain things, um, and you want to duplicate the layer, just in case you don't like what you've added later on. You can always go back and do it again, and you can compare and contrast your creation to the original photo. So I usually name it dupe. Now there's a bunch of different things that we can start off with. So first of all, one thing that I like to do, duplicate the dupe layer. And we'll be clever. We'll be cute. We'll call it dupe. Now I'm going to hit this I button on the bottom just so, because I'm going to blend these top two, and I don't want the original one to show through it all, even though it wouldn't. Okay, so now what you can do with this top one right here that I have selected, you can go into the blending modes, and now you can blend the image with these different modes. Now again, for whatever you're doing, you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. This is just, I'm just showing you what's possible right now. So let's go with something a little bit weird. This exclusion. And again, you can toggle the opacity of these effects. So if I want, like, say I like this effect, but I don't want it to be this heavy, I can turn down the opacity, make it more subtle. I like it to be kind of intense. You can also change the fill over here. You know, it does roughly the same thing. You can also use your adjustment layers. So let's say we want, you know, a different hue. We'll go down here. The adjustment layers, it's like this little half moon thing right here. So let's say, let's up the contrast. Let's play around with that. I like high contrast. Yeah, up the contrast. Let's try, I think the brightness is good right there. All right. What else can we add? Just try posterize, you know, see what that looks like. All right, a little bit trippier. You want to just keep messing around with these. Just find something that you're into. Layer masks. I won't go too far into that. I feel like that's a bit too much for, you know, like a first time video. Let's go with that. That's just a 4 on the level on the posterize slider. Now again, I just need to reiterate, you can do whatever you want. You know, to me, art is all about doing your own thing. I'll move this over here. All right. Now let's see. Maybe we want something like a little bit blurred out. So let's take this this affected layer. Now I just copy and pasted it. Now you can copy and paste it. You can right click or double click on a Mac. Just go duplicate layer, or you can do Control Z and then V. So now I have the duplicate, and like say I want to blur it out, distort it a little bit. Click on that layer. Use a directional pad on the keyboard. You can like blur this out. Now maybe you don't want it to be that blurred out. Now this is a good time to mess with the opacity. Now you just have it like a little bit blurred. All right. Something else that I like to do. I like to, you know, here and there, I like to put shapes, maybe different images. You can image blend too, and we'll do some of that in a minute. But let's start with some shapes. Maybe we can make like a little bit of like a cubist abstract type of glitch photograph, something like that. So we're gonna go to the shapes right here. Let's do the rectangle. Now when I do this, I like to like highlight, you know, relevant parts on the photograph. So let's pick my eye right there. Let's cancel. Okay. So now I have this like black bar over my eye. Now I can change the color right here with the fill. Oops. I need to do that. And now I can blend that. And I can do the same things that I just did with the other layer to this one. So now look. And I can put that anywhere I want. Say I want it up like over the camera, over the title right here. Over my mouth. I can expand it. You know, usually you're going to do a bunch of different, you're going to have to experiment and figure out what you like and what you want. Copy and paste it. Change the color. You can also change the blending mode. I like this screen look. Yeah, this is a cool way to like add some personality to your work. Um, Again, you don't like you can do any of this your own way. Like try to take what I'm telling you and push it in your own direction. Like you don't have to use rectangles. You can use any shape. You know, let's do an ellipse. Let's put it over here. It's purple ellipse. And let's play around with the blending again. And again, all of those adjustment layers too, you can add on to these shapes. Put a little color here. Let's see. And yeah, you can just keep, oops. Yeah, you can just keep working with this. Okay. So let's try blending another image with this. Now, now you can blend anything. I'll just find something that's on my computer. I'll find another picture of myself. So yeah, just take it's usually easier if you save them as JPEGs. I find, at least, you know, on the Mac. And don't get me wrong, I'm not like some computer specialist. I'm more of an artist than so I might get like some of my terminology wrong when I'm talking about like um, you know, just like computer terms and shit like that. So sorry. Uh, Here's me with braids if you wanted to see that. So let's drop that in. Now I don't know how well this is going to blend, but we're going to try it. So I got this picture in. And now I can blend this with my previous picture. So you see how I have the darker color. You can see, and it kind of makes like, you know, this cool blend of these images. You know, you can see my original head right here, and obviously you can see the new stuff that I'm doing, the new picture that's being blended in. But yeah, so yeah, just be cognizant that like what you're blending is in the right place here. So if I had this picture and it wasn't on top of everything else, you wouldn't actually be able to see how it blends, if that makes sense. So we've blended that picture. And we can look at other ones, like other settings. I like the screen. That's pretty cool, the difference. This is pretty cool. I mean, there's so many directions that you could take. A lot of glitch editing. So like you know, if you follow my page and you see some of the work I've done, just know that like every picture that you see that I've posted, there's like 20 more unreleased like different versions of it because of just how many ways, you know, um, these designs can go off in. So what am I gonna pick? I like this one. I like the difference. So the last thing that I like to do, I'm not going to keep it too heavy. I'll probably make a part two on the on the Photoshop glitching. But I'm going to group all of these together now. Actually, I'm not going to group the bottom layer, which is the original one. Okay. So merge layers right here. You want to merge that. And now when they're all merged, what you can do is you can go into filter and you can go into camera raw filter. Now to do this, you need to be in RGB. If you're in CMYK, which is like for print rather than like electronic images, this next step isn't going to work. So you just have to convert what you're doing to RGB. So camera raw filter. Now look. Now you can edit this whole entire thing. Let me make this a little smaller. If I didn't merge all of them, I could only edit them one by one and I wouldn't get the bigger picture. You might want to do that, but that's not something that I normally do. Now, can mess with the tint. You want more green? You want more purple? I like to keep it right in the middle. I like to kind of have like a kaleidoscope of colors, and when you tint it like too far one way or the other, it makes it like monochromatic. Same thing with the temperature, but I do sometimes, mess around with this. Contrast, you want more contrast? I like clarity. I like a lot of detail in my images. I like to have like this like very real kind of vivid quality to the stuff that I make. Dehaze is a really good one for like landscape photography or anything outside, because like when you take pictures outside, the fog and the haze that's outside kind of covers like a lot of the atmosphere, like in the sky, a lot of the colors. So like when you take a photograph, a lot of times, the environment behind like the sky and the clouds and everything look really flat. The dehazing helps to reverse that and makes like your landscape portraits more vivid. I think next time I do this on a Photoshop run, I'm actually going to show that, but since I'm doing a portrait right now, I can't. Another thing I like to mess with is a sharpening. And that's kind of like the clarity. It'll make it more detailed and vivid. But the problem with it is that it makes your noise go up. It makes like the image grainier. So what you want to do is you want to up the noise reduction and possibly the color noise reduction. Now you might want grain. That's oftentimes an artistic choice. Totally valid. Nothing wrong with grain. But if you don't, you might want to mess with the noise reduction and the color noise. And you want to find like a balancing, like a middle ground between the sharpening and the noise reduction. Color mixer. I'm probably not going to use any of this for this piece, but I'll show you what it does. But yeah, this will affect the hue. It's not going to change the entire hue necessarily, but it's going to change the hue of each respective color. So like the blues, the blue slider is going to change the hue of all of the blue colors, like generally. So you can see how the blues, like the blues right here, how they change based on that slider from like a teal to a purple. And, that's something that you want. Totally go for it. I just want to, give all of my viewers as much control as possible over like the images that they're editing. And I'm not going to go too far into this. I'm going to do that at a later date. I feel like for a lot of people this might just be too much information at once. But I like how this came out. So, yeah, there it is. Now, if you want to save it, save as. I usually save as a JPEG. Save a copy. JPEG. Put my shirt designs. We'll see where that goes. So there you have it. My first instructional video. I hope you guys got something out of it. Please comment. So there it is. My first YouTube instructional glitch video. I hope you guys got something out of it. So yeah, here it is. Here's the image. I'll open the JPEG. And voila. So here it is. That is my first YouTube instructional glitch video. Now you saw... God damn it. Can't fucking get through a fucking sentence. So here it is. The completed image. Now, as you can see, and as you just watched, I took this picture right here, and this one right here, and made this out of it. And I hope I helped you guys. I hope some of y'all learned something. And please comment below and tell me, if there's anything else that you want to learn. If you have any criticisms or whatever, please follow me at the Shapeshifter Official on Instagram, and buy my shirts and donate money to me or whatever. You don't have to do that, but it would be nice. And yeah, I plan to make more and more videos. They're not all going to be like instructional or anything like that. Basically with this channel, I kind of want to try to build like a culture around online art. I see people all the time, posting like their glitch art. And it's not just glitch, it's also like 3D modeling, like vaporwave, cyberpunk, anything. There's like whole like wikis online about like different art aesthetics, like the whole liminal aesthetic. I want to dive into that, and I want to give like fans of these mediums something to latch onto. As they say, I want to do it for the culture. So please follow, subscribe, give me money, just, praise everything that I've done. So yeah, with this channel, I'm trying to build a culture around like online art movements and just art in general. I see like websites, like wiki pages about all of these different aesthetics, like glitch art, vaporwave, liminal reality, augmented reality. I'm really into a lot of like the 3D modeling that a lot of guys on Instagram are doing right now, guys and girls, and everyone else. And I want to put like a spotlight on it. I feel like there's no kind of mainstream or even like underground, like barely even underground presence that's like covering any of this stuff other than like some kind of like small wiki pages or like some obscure Reddit page or something like that. So as they say, I want to do it for the culture. So yeah, please follow, like, subscribe, buy my merchandise, whatever. And I'll support anybody that supports me. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. I'm out.